Hey, it's kind of dark. What? What the heck? Ooh, that's a really bad shadowing. Why is it? Oh, I know why it's dark. That's right. I'm in the theater. Okay. So, anyways, yeah. I'm in the theater. That's why it's dark in here. I'm sitting here watching YouTube videos. I got it. Let me start all over again. Hey there, YouTube friends. I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you from the theater. And yes, it is very dark in here. I'm sitting here watching YouTube videos, and right now I'm watching. I think it's the horticulture channel, Sean's Allotment, and they're talking about Viv's kitchen garden right now. Anyways, I just want to touch on something. The weather outside right now is like 12 degrees Fahrenheit. It is really cold out there. All of my barrels all the dirt in them is just frozen solid. And so there's no gardening going on outside. There ain't nothing I can do out there. The voice is starting to go. I think I'm getting sick or starting to get sick. But, I've realized that I have an issue. I am addicted to gardening. I have to garden. It is who I am. It's in my blood. I can't not think about gardening. It seems like that's all I ever think about. It's gardening. I have been watching for the last 3 hours nothing but gardening shows on YouTube. It's it is a passion. I love it. I love putting my fingers in soil and checking things out. So, speaking of checking things out, I know I said we weren't going to go to the art room, but we haven't moved yet and the plants are still in there. Let me take a quick tour with you and show you what I've got growing on. Well, as you can see, it's not the art room anymore. All the art's gone. That's because we're getting ready to move, but you already knew that. Hey, come on over here for a second. Um, it was only been like a week, I think, or 2 weeks since I don't know what it's been, a week or 2 weeks since I've shown you the last videos here. So the uh, I moved the avocado, and she's sitting over here now just because the leaves are getting so big and so broad that it's pushed up against the window and stuff, and I'm starting to have curling and stuff going on with the leaves. And I don't want them touching the really cold window and putting it into shock. She is growing still, so I mean she's still got fresh growth on her, and I just don't want to put her into shock. So, but I am considering repotting it. I've been thinking about it. I think tomorrow's Sunday. This is Saturday night here, and I think I'm going to repot it tomorrow. And underneath the plant, probably plant something else. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to put underneath her, but I'm thinking about putting something else underneath. And of course, behind it, you can kind of see is the purple jalapeno. Still nothing coming up on it. I have a feeling the purple jalapeno is kind of gone. Went through a lot. She went through a lot with all the bugs and stuff that she had on her. Whoa. And what happened? I guess that's a two-parter, huh? Okay, this is part number 2. Sorry to end it so abruptly. Where was I? Oh yeah, the purple jalapeno. I think she might be done. And I want to plant underneath this. I want to plant something else, but I'm not sure what yet. We covered that. Okay, let me turn off the grow light over here so you can see past it. So I took recently here, like I don't know, half hour ago, I took the two bottom leaves off the bottom of the tomato plant. This member is the first lady, and she's just got gorgeous growth on her. I've turned her around. She's got a little bit of burn here, it looks like, from the light being probably too close, but turned the pot around so it'll kind of grow a little more straighter. This is doing fantastic. I am blown away with how well this is doing. The Peter Pepper, again, is just still amazing. Lemon is amazing. This guy dries out, dies off, dries out, dies off, and this pot is not a very good pot for this beautiful plant. And as you can see, she's all closed up for the night, and it's because before I walked in here, the light was turned off. I turned the light on for you, so you could see. And this thing's getting big, and and then there's the explosion thing and that. And all right, so we've seen all that stuff. Nothing new there. Actually, nothing new, period. I'm just really bored and don't know what to do. Back to what I was talking about out there. I can't stop thinking about gardening. I want to garden constantly. I went to the new house yesterday, and I looked at the new house, and I'm so excited. There is so much work to be done in that backyard. So much work to be done. I've got 4 or 5 trees that have to come down. I've got 8 or 9 bushes that need to be torn out. And all of this landscaping that's there is so overgrown. It was most of it was all planted in the 40s and the 50s. The house was built in like 43, 44, something like that. And so all these plants were nice when they were small. Well, we was bumming around looking in the backyard, and I found a bush, a big bush. And this thing is probably 12 feet tall, and it's probably just about as wide, 12 feet wide probably. And I'm looking inside it and looking around it because it's really far away from the fence. And behind it's a foundation. A foundation that's about 3 feet tall. And the back corner of it, one side of it is on the property line for the alley or the back property, and the other side is on the neighbor fence. Now, you couldn't get away with this nowadays. The code and stuff wouldn't allow you to do it. So it is a foundation. It looks like it was originally a foundation for like a potting shed or something like that. And I'm thinking, well, I don't want to tear this out, because if I tear this out, I can never put a shed that close to the property line ever again. And it looks like it's in great condition. All I got to do is take the big bush out, and I'll show you one of these times. I'll go over there and I'll show you what it looks like. But I got to take this great big bush out, and then inside, it's a big square, and it's probably, excuse me, about 9 feet by 9 foot square, and make a huge shed. And somebody over the years, or many people over the years, have been dumping compost and lawn clippings and leaves and garbage and scraps and stuff into this hole. So there's a lot of, I'd have to go through and dig out all this compost and stuff. And probably if there's, I don't know if it's soil underneath or it's concrete underneath. If it's soil, I'm going to probably dig it out a little bit and put some crushed gravel down. And if it's concrete, well, it's concrete. There's nothing I can do about it. But if it was originally a potting shed, the foundation's in place, which means, hoping, crossing my fingers, it's already grandfathered in. So I can probably add a greenhouse thing to it, maybe. I'm kind of hoping. And make it a small little greenhouse for getting all my plants ready for the year. And so I can pot in there all my seedlings and stuff, maybe, and then be able to put them into my barrels. So that's kind of what's going on. That's what I've discovered. And it's okay. There's a lot of garbage to have to be cleaned up, a lot of yard debris and plants and trees, and just, it's a very large project for a backyard. Even the front yard there's a huge bush on one corner of the house, and it's overgrown, and I am so excited. I'm hoping this works out the way it should, and we get in early enough in the spring so that I can make all of next season pretty much a day by day video, such as this one with no intro or anything like that. I'll just shoot the video and then upload it. I like actually doing it this style, just shooting the video and uploading it. I think it's definitely on the fly. It's a lot funner. You can see what's going on in my head as I'm trying to speak. I get a lot of ums and a lot of I don't knows and yeah, that kind of thing. But it's okay. I like it this way because I get to be myself. And I got a feeling that the intros are kind of fun, but the truth of the matter with the intro that I have, it's kind of annoying. And by the time you've seen it 3 or 4 times, it's like, okay, fast forward through the intro. So for now, I think I might dump the intro. If you want me to keep it or modify it or do something else, but have an intro, leave a comment. In my description box or under this or something. Leave me a comment. Pretty soon here, I am considering putting together a Facebook page, just for this channel. So that way I can show you more pictures and more things along my life and my day that are going on. It's not so much going to be a standard YouTube or not YouTube, Facebook page. I've had one of those in the past. I'm not a big fan of them. I want this to be more garden based, and so later in the future, if I have more followers, which I think I will, I think I'll end up having more followers as time goes by and more subscribers. It'd be kind of cool to have a little place to go have a discussion about my garden or your garden or whatever's on your mind. I am not a professional in any way, shape, or form. This is totally my YouTube channel, and when it comes to my gardening, is totally for fun. I'm totally just having fun. I'm learning as I go. I'm playing, and I'm not serious about any of it. And I'll sit and watch a lot of these professionals all the time, and I'm just it's awesome and it's fun to watch, and I learn a lot of stuff. But I'm not I'm not a teacher. I don't want to teach anybody how to be a gardener. That's why I think I like Ray's channel. Ray has a great channel. He says straight up, "Hey, dude, look, seriously, people, I'm not a professional. I just do this because I like to do this." So, you know, that's pretty much where I'm at. I like gardening. Gardening for me is fun. Touching the dirt and feeling the soil in my fingertips and smelling the plants. I mean, it's like this tomato plant just smells absolutely divine, and being able to watch something produce or develop, or knowing that I am the one who nurtured this plant to be what it is. And it's kind of like being a parent. You love them and you respect them and you give them what they need, and eventually it pays off. Well, with plants, in my opinion, it pays off. It pays off a lot faster. Children sometimes, anyways. Uh, so yeah, my channel is totally me being me, and I'm not interested in trying to teach anybody anything. I just want everyone to have a good time and enjoy what they see. And hey, if you have any ideas or anything, please, hey, Graham, do the do. Hey, do this, do that, whatever. Hey, can you talk about this? Hey, why'd you do that? That way I can learn for myself too. There's a guy there. He's a subscriber of mine, and his name is Ian, and he is absolutely amazing. I've watched so many of his videos, and he is just a down to earth kind of guy. And he asked me, in one of the posts, under one of my videos, he says, just kind of curious, why did you put that potato or that pumpkin up off the Why'd you put it in a barrel? I think it was a while ago. Why'd you plant it in a barrel? And why is you got it going along the fence there? And when I planted it, my thought was, well, I'll get it up off the ground, and that way I can mow underneath it. The dog won't trample it when she runs back and forth across the fence. It would be a good way to go. Hindsight, that's the thing. Gardening, you have to make mistakes in order to learn. And I've realized that that was a pretty big mistake that I made with that pumpkin. And because I made that mistake, now I don't have a pumpkin. I should have probably put it in the ground, but in another location where the dog couldn't have gotten to it or something like that. It's like that crookneck squash that I had this year. It should have been planted probably in a different location or something. But you learn as you go. It's hindsight 2020. You do what you think at the time is what you should be doing, and then you change it. You alter whatever you need to do in order to make it work, and you try again next year. And it's a learning curve. That's gardening in my book. You learn from making mistakes, and it is something you do, and then you say, oh, that didn't work very good, let me try this. No, that didn't work very good, let me try this. And then when you do find something that works, you keep doing it, and you maybe modify it a little bit here, a little bit there, try to make it a little bit better, and that's all it is. And it's fun, and it's entertaining, and it's it's very enjoyable. So that's pretty much what I like to do. I'm a gardener. I have a green thumb. I love doing what I do, and I do it for me and myself. And I like to bring you along for the ride and have a little companionship, maybe share some ideas, and share some comments and that kind of thing. So that's what I do. That's what I like to do. I'm not a person that's going to have competitions or have giveaways just to raise my subscriber count or my views. I think it's kind of interesting that I have, I've got one video there that it's called "Fueling My Truck is Fun" or something like that. Me and my buddy, we threw that together for fun, and it was kind of after the accident and everything. It was more of a memorial to our truck, but we had fun with it. It has currently like 250 some odd views. That's awesome, but I didn't put it out there necessarily for views. I put it out there for me because I enjoyed watching it. It makes me laugh every time I watch it. We were just so silly. And my channel's that way. I love the fact that there are people there that are interested in what I'm doing, and it's fantastic. It is wonderful. It makes my depression, and it kind of helps me de-stress. And that's the other thing with these videos, is it helps me de-stress.
Anyways, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and y'all have a good night. Thank you so much for sitting and listening and watching my ranting and raving about my garden and about my life, and greatly appreciate it. I'll see you next time.